My name's Tom Wickham, or as a lot of people know me, TJ. I live in Perth, Western Australia, and I am a current member of the men's national hockey team, the Kookaburras, and I'm also a business coach with the fabulous team at Beacon Business. I first came across Bodie at WA Leaders. I'd heard of him through one of my colleagues, Akram Sabah, and it kind of just happened to be that I was sitting next to him on the table that day, and we had a nice conversation, and he presented, and I really engaged with what he had to say and in his presentation. And then from there, Bodie reached out to me, and we connected firstly via Zoom, and now we've kept that relationship going. No, not at all. Um, I'm I'm a pretty open book. I'm someone that is always looking for better ways to do things or self-improving all the little things. And I didn't engage with Bodhi to necessarily try and figure out a problem. I engaged with Bodhi because I'm a big believer in putting a support network of people around you. And Bodhi's one of those people. After having a few conversations with him, I wanted to bring him on board to help me discover his world. And yeah, I think one of the big things that I've really engaged with Bodhi, which is his world, is the ability to speed up my ability to get myself present. That's been a big shift for me, and that's been something that I've really enjoyed working with Bodhi on. Most definitely, I think the way I choose to show up just across the board in my day-to-day life, I think when you can mash your whole world as just being one thing together, as opposed to it being, I go to work, I rock up as a hockey player, I rock up as a partner. I think when you're able to kind of get in the flow of just making yourself present as one, as a whole, I think that's when you're starting to really tap into optimal human performance. Absolutely. I think the speed in which you're able to bring yourself back to the present moment, I think that's been the biggest shift for me. Is you can get yourself in a bit of a bind, or you let other pressures drip feed into other areas of your life. And for me, the speed in which I'm able to now bring myself back to being where I am allows me to be in the moment that I'm in, as opposed to my head being somewhere else. So that is only going to benefit my clients when I'm on the pitch, my relationships, whether that's my partner or with anyone else that is in my circle. So this, I would say, it's the speed in which I'm able to bring myself back and having some different tools or perspectives to get myself there. That's probably been the biggest shift and biggest value that I've had from Bodhi. I suppose my metaphor, my metaphor for life is I'm only here for so long, so I'm going to enjoy it. So for me, it's probably why I've engaged with Bodhi, because I am definitely someone that has a sense of freedom. I'm definitely someone that wants to lead my life and live it on my terms. So in terms of, I would probably say it's the internal shackles have been pulled out. Dealing with your internal self and how you can make, whether it's separating the external and the internal, or whether it's just making them more whole. I'm not too sure, but maybe there is a sense of freedom that comes with that. But again, I'll just probably take it back to the speed in which I'm able to get myself in the moment I'm in is just way easy to operate like that. Bodhi has a calming softness, but there's a fierceness to him as well, I suppose. He believes in what he says. He says it with conviction, but at the same time, he's not there to tell you how to be you. I think he's able to walk with you on your journey, And again, presence is coming up a lot, but with Bodhi, I think he's the master of getting himself or being able to sit in that space, which allows him to be genuinely there in his relationships and the people he's working with. Um, I think when I've worked with clients, or I've even worked, even at times myself, there's times when you can bring other things into it, or you can struggle to get yourself into the shoes that you need to be in. Sometimes the best thing is to take them off and just be where your feet are. And I think Bodhi's really good at doing that. I think what I appreciate, but like for me, as a young man that's probably had experiences that a lot of people in my situation haven't. For me, I've always somewhat been attracted to older male role models in my life, and I'm very select around those people. And I've got a small group of those men, and they are a group of men that I'm quite protective of letting into my inner circle. And Bodhi is one of those men. And for me, it's hard to explain what that means to me, but I don't just let anyone into my circle, although I'm quite an open book. But in that inner sanctum, Bodhi's someone that I have as a trusted advisor. And so for someone to come into my inner circle and be a trusted advisor, they must be pretty special.